Hey guys, on today's episode, I'm going to be showing you bar chords on the guitar. It's all in this episode of Everything 101. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to Everything 101. So I'm going to show you bar chords today. And the first thing I want to tell you about bar chords is don't get frustrated. Please don't get frustrated. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I don't even know if I can do this. How am I ever going to be able to do this? You can. I promise you can. Anybody can. It's just a matter of practicing. That's it. You know, I've learned some licks. I've learned structures that I've thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And then after some practice, yes, you can. Okay, so let's jump right in. Bar chords, I want to show you major and minors. So we're actually going to be able to take what you've learned before, and I told you in previous minor chords and various things, I'm like, well, hey, we'll learn this and then we'll expand it when we do bar chords. Well, that's what we're going to do in this episode. So I want to start with a major chord bar formation. And let's start with an A bar chord. So what I want you to do first before we get to that is I want you to think about the E chord that you learned like this. Okay, we've got two fingers here, we got one there on that G string. All right, now what I want to do is flip my fingers around, okay? So I'm going to take my first finger out and I'm going to flip it so that I'm playing an E chord like this. Playing the same notes, but I'm just using different fingers, right? Okay, so I can still, so now my first finger's free. And why is my first finger free? Because I'm going to use it as the bar. So basically, this finger is going to become the end of the guitar right here, okay? Now, if I'm playing an E chord like this, I've got several notes like this high E, the B, and the E down here that are just open, right? They're just open because this is the end of the guitar. So what I'm going to do is my finger is going to become the end of the guitar now. So I'm going to move this up one, and then now my finger is going to bar all six. Yes, I know, it feels kind of weird. Okay, so if I'm on an E and I go up one, that's an F. Okay, now notice where my first finger is. On the E strings, if you use the E strings, the high and the low E strings as a gauge, a reference, you'll be able to tell what kind of bar chord you're playing. So whatever note I'm playing with this finger on the E strings, that's what chord I'm playing. So if I'm barring this, my first finger on the E string here is on an F, and on down here it's on an F because these strings are the same, okay? So my first finger is on an F, so that means in this formation, I'm playing an F bar chord, an F chord. If I go up one more, now my first finger down on this string is playing an F sharp, so that's an F sharp bar chord. If I go up one more, that's a G. Yes, this is another way to play the G chord, okay? Okay, and then if I go up one more, it's a G sharp or an A flat, and then now I'm on the 5th fret, so we're where we wanted to be. We're up to the A chord now, the A bar chord. All right, so that's how we do major bar chords. Now there's one more thing I want to show you. You remember back we did that F chord like this, right? We're really doing the same thing. We're just extending it now and we're adding a note in. So if I were to play an F chord like this and I were to move my finger down and put one under that, notice that I'm kind of doing the same thing I was with the E chord a while ago when I flipped my fingers around. So this is a variation, okay? So a good reference, play the E, flip your fingers around, add your bar. And then wherever my first finger is on the E string, that's the chord I'm playing. So if I play it up here, for example, just a few more examples, my first finger is on a C note right here. So that's a C chord. Here's a D chord. If I go all the way up to the 12th fret, I'm back on an E. That's pretty high right there, but anyway. So that's the way that you can play, it's an alternative way you can play chords using that bar formation. All right, now I want to modify this a little bit, and let's go back to that A bar chord. Now here's what I do if I want to make this a minor chord. I just simply drop out my second finger like this. Now you hear how it sounds sad. It's happy. Okay, so I just drop my second finger out and it becomes a minor chord. All right, now let's just apply this to something we've done before, okay? If I am playing an F, remember we played an F sharp minor, okay? And if I bump my third finger up and my fourth finger under it right there and then bar it, I'm back to playing what I was a while ago when I dropped out my finger. So this is an extension of that minor chord that we did before. Okay. All right. Now the third kind of bar chord, minor chord I want to show you with using bar formation is I want to go back to that B minor chord. Remember we played a B minor like this before. Okay, we're actually kind of already in position with this chord to do a bar. All I got to do is just stretch my finger out, and now I get all 6 strings, and now I have a B minor chord. Now notice my first finger is on an F sharp right now, so that theory doesn't really work. We can't apply that rule that we applied with the major chord a while ago. But I am going to play all 6, and I'm going to bar all 6 right here. So I can play a B minor like this. Now I can drop my second, third, and fourth finger down easy and go down to an F sharp major. Does that sound familiar? What song is that? Okay, anyway. So that's the one thing you can do is just practice going back and forth. And then drop out. So that's a good way to practice going back and forth between the 3 different bar structures I've shown you. All right, well guys, that's it for this episode. I do want to encourage you, don't give up, don't get frustrated, just keep practicing, and I promise you, you'll have it down, okay? I'll see you on the next episode of Everything 101. See you soon, guys.